We gon' make it from here. Yeah, we gon' make it from here. We gonna make it in you. We gon' make it.
Who are you guys? Can you each introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Mohamed Hersi. I was raised in Minneapolis part of my life, and then I was during the early stages, I was in New Delhi, India.
Yeah, well, my name is Yafet Tesfaye, and I was born and raised in East Africa, Ethiopia, and moved to the States, Minnesota. Lived here for a little bit, and then was living in New York, but I'm back in my town. Yeah.
Right on. How do you guys know each other?
We knew of each other before we met, like about 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
We knew that I used to see his work on the internet. And, figured
Same,
that-
vice versa.
Yeah, figured they were in the same scene and whatnot. And, the first time we officially met was at a concert at First Ave.
Yeah, we always heard about each other, but we didn't formally met. But randomly at the weekend concert at First Ave, we was backstage. Just I had to meet him because actually, like nobody knows the story. The weekend kind of wanted us to meet in a way,
Yeah.
so it was pretty dope. We always wanted to know each other, and the opportunity gave us, and
We like the
Just
same
makes
music,
sense,
like,
yeah.
we're in the same music scene, and, like the art scene and whatnot. Like the,
That's Well, what do you guys do?
I paint and I design clothes.
yeah, I design mostly clothing, and I paint, and do creator art gallery shows and stuff like that.
Awesome. What type of art do you guys do?
I do paintings that are like on acrylic, oil paintings, abstract paintings, or whatever it might be. But the 10-10-16, which we'll talk about later. But just paintings in like whether it's like spray paint, or oil, or canvas. It's just like a range of mediums, but abstract for the most part.
Yeah, well, I don't really do too much of painting personally, but the pieces that we're gonna show in the show 1010 is that inspired by African culture. It comes from the African part of the continent. Our trip with my fiance, which is actually filming this right now. Shout out to Anya.
Hello.
She's gonna have some pieces in the show too. So it's gonna be
And
inspired by the birds and the culture that she experienced out there. So,
yeah, the folk art style. And what is this show about?
10-10-16 is about, initially it was first me showcasing a body of work that I've worked on in the year that just passed, like the previous year. Every year on October 10th, I showcase the body of work that speaks out to me. I paint on things that are bold and really evoke emotions. But then in order for me to do that, I live for like a good 6-7 months where I don't paint. And then I'll spend a month or two painting and I'll showcase that on October 10th. But this year it was different because I didn't know Yafet was back in town. And last I remember he moved out to New York and was living there for a while, for 3 or 4 years. And then we were catching up. He reached out and mentioned that he wanted to he was curating an exhibit and he wanted me to partake in that, and it happened to be on 10/10, October 10th. It was just ironic. So we were like,
So it was perfect. It was perfect. I reached out to him because I saw, like he said, he does this, clothing design and stuff like that. And I saw some pieces at a few gatherings and events and whatnot, and random people wearing his stuff. that I seen him, grow it from, the start.
It's like the beginning.
Seeing people rocking it, all cultures, all different type of people, it's like, yo, we're all refugees, and I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I gotta reach out to my guy. I haven't seen him in a minute, and I reached out to him. And he was like, I got a show on the 10th. I'm like, that's why I called you. I want you to be on my show on the 10th.
Literally,
So,
it wasn't even planned.
Yeah,
we didn't plan on collaborating. We were just catching up.
Yeah.
As friends, like just talking about all the works that we did in the previous years, and we kept an eye out, and we all the work that we were doing while he was in New York and while I was here.
I mean, we even traveled to New York together, actually.
Yeah, we lived there for a while. Yeah, and shout out to Mari J.
Mari J.
Taking care of us over there.
Japan, the whole Japan
The whole Japan wave.
culture,
That was dope.